Hey guys, it's Aaron Kurtz. I used to be a Christian that was very fundamentalist. I read my Bible, prayed every day. I spoke at a youth conference about evangelizing. I used to evangelize about the gospel at my college campus, University of Pittsburgh. Let's go. A lot. So I also had the most panic attacks and debilitating anxiety and OCD during that time. Okay, has Christianity lied to you about emotions? This is an interesting topic. I wanted to talk about this. Christianity assumes that now I'm talking broadly here, okay? I know there's gonna be exceptions in Christianity. I understand the spectrum. I'm talking more about a very conservative, Western, evangelical. Okay. Christianity assumes that everyone experiences the same emotions over the same things. What I mean by that is they assume that what is deemed a sin is universal and everybody experiences the internal experience after doing those things. So let's just take some big ones. Let's say, same-sex attraction. Let's take, having any kind of sexual conduct before marriage. Let's go swearing, dressing immodestly. So it's assumed that everybody at one point, and these are kind of based off some Bible verses, but at one point, everybody had feelings of guilt and shame that were good, that were right. They were God pointing you in the direction of how you should be living, what is right and good for you, and makes you right with God. But they just chose not to out of their disobedience and pride or whatever, and so that closed off their heart to God, and now they just live in blind ignorance, unable to feel the Holy Spirit convicting them. I believe this, and that this really kept me in the dark about emotions and understanding our belief systems behind it, and ultimately with my anxiety and OCD, understanding it and finding relief and help in it. So that take assumes that you have the right beliefs. Of course. It doesn't, what Christianity doesn't realize is that your emotions, your thoughts come from the emotions you're feeling. The emotions you're feeling point to the beliefs you have. And so with Christianity, of course, they believe it's the universal truth that's baked into our psyche and being. And so when you have an emotion, you've been raised in the church, raised with this understanding and this teaching, when you have an emotion of guilt and shame, well, you need to listen to that. You need to listen to it and obey it and do what you need to do to offset that guilt and shame, because when you feel guilt and shame, you are wrong with God. You are living in sin, and that could have consequences in the afterlife and now. And so it's not looking at emotions as actually talking to us about our beliefs. And so the kind of the elephant in the room, the big thing is like, well, why do people have different, like what makes me feel guilty may not make you feel guilty. What causes someone over there to feel shameful doesn't cause that person over there to feel shameful. And so you get this mismatch of what causes emotions in people being very different. And of course, that's coming from the different core beliefs that people are raised with. And the emotions are just a reflection of that. So if I am raised with a belief that cats are evil, and the cats, being around cats is a sin, I feel guilty if I'm around cats. That was a weird example. Okay, so